Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, do me a solid and subscribe, and if you tuned in previously, thanks for joining. So today I'll be showing you all my method of how I perform cluster lashes on clients. Please keep in mind that these are just the basics, but if you are looking for a more advanced tutorial such as mapping, spike placement, bottom lashes, and more, be sure to check out the online cluster course linked in the description below. All items used will be linked for easy access, and without further ado, let's get started. Now I perform my cluster lash service with my clients laying down, and I typically wash every client's lashes for a clean base. This is especially important because you could experience retention issues if you do not start with a clean canvas. I also tape down the bottom lashes as well as tape up the top lids to expose underneath the natural lashes. But since we are performing doll head practice, we'll skip both of those steps. Starting us off, we'll be using the Alice brand of lash clusters. These trays are perfect for practice because they're flat and have a thin base. I know the girls love a fluffy cluster, but start off with flat until you perfect your technique. I'm also going to be using boot-shaped individual lash tweezers. After years of doing individuals, I find these to be way more durable and have a better grip than cluster tweezers. We'll need a lash clamp to seal the deal at the end of the set. My preference is super bonder over sealant for maximum retention and no white residue. And lastly, you'll need micro swabs, a fan, and waterproof cluster glue. When picking your cluster from the tray, always pull from the base to ensure it doesn't break. Afterwards, place your cluster down and re-grip about a quarter of the way from the top. The tweezers will have a sturdy grip and you'll have more than enough space to apply the glue. I prefer an applicator over squeeze bottle for glue control, and I apply the glue brushing in an upward motion about a quarter of the way up the cluster shaft. And much like individual adhesive, be sure to shake your glue before use to ensure proper mixture of ingredients. So let's get into cluster application. After applying my glue to the cluster, I'm placing this underneath the natural lashes. I'm also going to flip my tweezer and gently press the base upward to lock it in place. Now this is probably the most important step to doing clusters. Do not apply the cluster directly to your client's waterline. This is for a few reasons. Number one, allergies. Now yes, clusters are a great alternative for those looking for an allergy-friendly lash solution, but you as a tech aren't aware of any skin allergies or irritations your client may have. Number two, retention. Your application technique is just as important as the products you choose, and a lot of people will love to claim that they need a new glue. No, you need a new you. Whether you're using a waterproof glue or not, all cluster glues are broken down by one simple component. No matter if the client has oily, dry, or combination skin, all of our skin produces oil. So if oil breaks down cluster glue and you're applying clusters too close to the waterline, there's your retention. Thirdly, comfortability. One of the best compliments that you can get from a client is for them to tell you that they cannot feel the lashes. Newsflash to you as the tech, they're not supposed to. So be sure you're applying the clusters about 0.5 mm away from the waterline. Next, you always want to lash from eye to eye. Whatever you do on the right, you should mimic it on the left. Now, of course, eyes are sisters, not twins. However, mapping eye to eye versus one eye at a time will ensure better precision for the overall set. Also not shown on the doll head, be sure to not lash too far into the inner corner. You are not to lash baby lashes. When doing single layered sets, you want to place the next cluster directly beside the first without overlapping. This is to ensure that the cluster is laying flat underneath your client's natural lashes. This is all still while ensuring we're leaving that space underneath the cluster base so that you're not coming in contact with your client's skin. You'll repeat this process following your mapping until both eyes are fully lashed. Next, we're going to be going in with our super bonder and applying one drop to the tip of your micro swab. Be sure to shake off the excess liquid to prevent bleeding with your set. Apply your super bonder to the top base of the set. We are not to stroke this all the way up the cluster. Fan out in between for about 15 seconds. Next, apply more super bonder to your micro swab, shake it off first, and now we're going to apply it in between our clamp, making sure we're evenly coating each side of the base. And now I'm going to go in and gently clamp the base, sealing everything together. Afterwards, you'll fan out, remove the tape, and you're done. So if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in learning more of my techniques, mapping styles, and full product list, be sure to enroll in the online course linked in the description. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!